What's going on, my Fly family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So apparently there's some beef brewing between Kevin Durant and Stephen A. Smith, as Kevin Durant has called Stephen A. Smith a clown, and Stephen A. Smith went on First Take and addressed the situation. We're about to get all the way into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy if you like the content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit 80 by the end of the day, so if y'all can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
For now, had this to say about you, Stephen A., to The Athletic, quote, "I don't understand how people even listen to Stephen A. I've been in the league for 18 years. I've never seen Stephen A. at a practice or a film session or a shoot around. I've never seen him anywhere but on TV talking expletive about players. He's a clown to me. He's always been a clown." And you can write that too. Okay, Stephen A., floor is yours.
I got bad news for Kevin Durant. If you're expecting me to reciprocate with that kind of pettiness and childishness, it's not going to happen. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players to have ever played this game. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a two-time champion, a two-time league finals MVP. And I've been on the record saying he's also a good dude. So if he wants to resort to that level, even though we're both grown men, and if he had something to say, he knows my number, and he refrains from doing so, that's what he has to live with. But having said all of that, respectfully, Kevin Durant, could you stop lying, please? I've been an NBA reporter, and I was a columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer as well. Kevin Durant has seen me in the locker room when he was at Oklahoma City. He has seen me in the locker room when he was at Golden State. He has certainly seen me at games throughout his career. But unfortunately for him, I don't have to be at shoot-around. And I don't have to be in the post-game locker room. I happen to have a hit show that's been #1 for 12 years. I have other things to do with my time. I go to games all the time. I'm not a beat writer anymore. So let's get that out the way. The other thing that I would say is this, respectfully. Kevin Durant is going to have to answer this question. Who's allowed to talk about him? Charles Barkley played this game as a Hall of Famer. He got a Charles Barkley. Shannon Sharpe is a Super Bowl champion, a 3-time Super Bowl champion, and a Hall of Famer. He got at Shannon. He's gotten at players, the C.J. McCollums of the world, the Dennis Schroeders of the world, and others. He's gotten at fans. And oh, by the way, did it discreetly because he had accounts that didn't reveal who he was. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of things. So I don't understand it. It's contemporaries and colleagues. It's former players. It's present players. It's the media. It's the fans. It's whomever. Is anyone allowed to talk about Kevin Durant? Anybody at all? Because I don't understand it. I really don't get it. Anybody that has something to say isn't qualified to say something about him. I'm not going to disrespect him. I respect him too much. And I will reiterate to the audience what I said. He is one of the greatest players to have ever played this game. And regardless of his sensitivity and petulance and flagrant immaturity, he also happens to be a very, very good dude. I've always had profound respect for him. I'm the same guy, Kevin Durant, that you asked to show up on your show, The Boardroom. I'm the same guy that you executive produced a documentary on Stephon Marbury and featured me in it. I'm that same guy that you said you don't want anybody to listen to, yet you had me on stuff you executive produced for people to listen to. Now, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'll have more to say about it, more in depth and more specifically on the Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube and iHeartRadio this afternoon. I'm not finished at all, but I will not disrespect him the way that he disrespected me. It's unfortunate that no matter how old he gets, his sensitivity seems to heighten with it and his maturity doesn't. But that's something he has to live with.
Hey, man, there you have it, man. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith for not defaming him on First Take. Very mature of Stephen A. Smith, man. I got to give him a clap, man. When you're an analyst, even me, when I'm doing stuff like this on YouTube, I recognize that my critique, my point of view, my opinion could hurt people's feelings. I get it. You know, even if I try to dance on eggshells, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. So it is what it is. You know, I'm just going to tell my truth and live with it. At the end of the day, man, Stephen A. Smith has a job. Shannon Sharp has a job. People that come on First Take, people that was on Undisputed, they have a job. And their job is to give their opinion about how you all are playing. I don't see an issue when somebody is discussing your abilities and your attributes on the court. What are you doing stat-wise on the floor or on the field, whatever you're playing. I don't see an issue when somebody is giving their opinion on how you're playing. We all know Kevin Durant is somebody that's sensitive, okay? He has a burner account. He claps back or lashes out on people from those accounts. We know what goes on with Kevin Durant at this point. Kevin Durant has to get thicker skin, man. You have to get thicker skin. People gonna talk about your game. Like, honestly, the way I feel about Kevin Durant is that he's a great player. And I told him right off the bat, they were not. You can have a bunch of bucket getters, but who's gonna have the discipline to play on both ends of the floor? Who's gonna call out who when it comes to, okay, you gave all that energy on the offensive end. We need that energy on the defensive end as well. Who was gonna keep the players accountable? Nobody. The reason he won with the Warriors is because there was discipline. There was accountability being held within the team. Draymond Green would call you out ASAP. Draymond Green stayed in Kevin Durant's face. Everybody remember the... Some people just want to hoop, and that's Kevin Durant. And that's okay. You know, but the problem is, or, you know, where the issue comes in at, is that when you have such a great talent, expectations come with it. They won't allow you to just be a role player when you are indeed a star player. But yeah, it's okay to be sensitive. You know, you have sensitive men in the world. But at some point, you got to understand your position, where you at in life. You're winning. You know what I'm saying? You are winning. You are a millionaire from doing the thing that you love to do. And it's these people's job to talk about you. That's in the contract that you sign, that you have to do the interviews. You have to, you have to participate. I don't know what he necessarily said on the Stephen A. show, but yeah, right here, he showed class, man. Way to keep it classy. At the same time, he kind of stunted on him. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about what just happened here. Do y'all think they need to be beefing? Do you think KD is taking it too far, calling Stephen A. Smith a clown, or do you think he's right? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.